or under with Dr. J. The show provides solutions to any of your personal or work-related problems in under 5 minutes. We guarantee you will discover a new aspect of yourself, and you'll see others in a whole new light. To gain this insight, write your questions to jerlik05@gmail.com. If your question is chosen for a show topic, you will receive a free test, a free profile from jerlik.com, the most precise personality profile on the market. Hello, this is Dr. J with jerlik.com, jerlik.com, and write to us, folks, and get the profiles. Now, I want to reference an article that was given to me by an article written by Dr. Denise Cumming, a psychologist, talking about emotional intelligence, a very important area, as one that does not show up on intelligence testing, folks. But yet everyone who talks, everyone who has a friend, anyone who has a marriage or a relationship, the one thing you're talking about is, does my spouse, does my partner have compassion? Does he have or she have empathy? These are areas of emotional intelligence, and they go down to the level of discernment and being able to listen to people and hear between the lines, hear their feelings, and even hear the core of their feelings. So when people say they're hurting, when people say they're angry, and this is the basis of good coaching and good counseling and therapy of every type, is to be able to discern, read between the eyes and even the lines, and even read between the emotions. So when someone says they're angry, the good therapist or the good counselor or coach will be able to get to the core of what is causing it. What is causing anger, hurt, or depression, or any of those things. And that's what emotional intelligence is. Now, what we need emotional intelligence is even within our own lives. We need to be able to see and know what is driving us. Most people go around, well, we're almost like automatons, we're like robots, and do not even understand what is driving us and why. And yet it is so critical to the decisions that we make. We need to understand ourselves. A good example is a client I'm recently coaching, a businessman who's had so many women just disappoint him, who leave him. And he tells me over and over again, I have so much to offer. Why do they turn around someone like me? I have loyalty. I have faithfulness. I have empathy. I just want to care for this person. And they all get excited at first when they meet me, he says. But somewhere in a short amount of time of a few months, all of a sudden they come out of the blue and they say, you know, you would make a great husband for someone else. And so he has absolutely decided that women want the quote-unquote bad boys. They don't want a good boy. They don't want a good man. They want someone who's going to abuse them. Well, folks, what he doesn't realize is how he carries a form of abuse. Yes, the good boy, the good guy carries a form of abuse. Why and how? Because what happens is, at his core, he feels inadequate. At his core, he feels unsure of himself. And so what he does is he goes out of his way, actually swarming in an obsessive-compulsive manner, texting daily and constantly trying to fulfill and pour answers and pour presents and constantly trying to meet every want of these females that he's with in such an imposing way that they actually get exhausted. And he does not see what he's doing. He only sees himself victimized and believing that he is being turned down. Now, what happens is this is a form of a lack of in-depth emotional intelligence. Being able to, because what happens when he gets victimized, he goes through that cycle of being anxious, depressed, and will I ever find someone in my life? Well, folks, the answer is not on either side of those. It's on bringing change and bringing the awareness up into his mind that he is actually driving people away and not seeing it nor understanding it. And emotional intelligence is when we have self-awareness, when we can see that which we are doing and that which others see, but are fearful of being able to tell us. So we must begin to understand that when things are going in a pattern and they're not going right, it means something is going on in our own drive, motivational drive, that we are just not seeing but is ending up being quite destructive. And we've got to begin to ask ourselves the question, what is it in me, instead of being defensive, that is driving these women away? And folks, emotional intelligence has to be taught, and it's usually taught in the homes of which we come out of. So we may talk more about that in the future. Thank you for joining us today.